What up, world? This is Thrill Boxing Magazine, episode 13. I'm your host, Mike Thrill, baby. Hey, man, I just dropped yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the Fulton In a Way episode, and I'm already back. And you know why I'm back? I'm back because this is a special one. This might be the most special one yet. You know what I'm saying? A fight the fans been clamoring and going crazy for. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Bud Crawford, Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? It's finally happening, man. You feel me? We 2 days away. Actually, sorry. We a day away. We hours away from the weigh-in. It's about to go down, man. These are two of my favorite fighters. Two of the best fighters in the world. Two top 5 pound for pound fighters. You know what I'm saying? They've been on the pound for pound list for some years now. Dominating, undefeated. And man, I want to talk about so much when it come to this. That this deserves full attention this episode. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to talk about nothing else this episode. This episode is all about Spence and Crawford. The facts about this fight. The facts about the history. You know, the facts about each fighter's career. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into all of that. You know, I'm going to get into why, who might do what, why who might be who. I might give y'all a pick, I might not. Let's see. But look, man, I want to get the obvious out the way. You know, this is a fight. You know, if y'all follow their story, we almost didn't get. You know what I'm saying? This last year, the negotiation and things like that, you know, it's been a little rocky, you know, and Errol, in his opinion, his point of view, he said he had to pretty much just accept and give up a few things, you know what I'm saying? He had to kind of swallow his pride and just make the fight happen a little bit. Crawford, on the other hand, you know, he had his demands. And a lot of fans gave him criticism for it. You know, he got a little bit of what he wanted. So, and we finally get in a fight. So, I ain't never wanted to complain once I, you know what I'm saying? Now, if we never got it, then I would have had a problem. They would have had to see me. But this fight is also a fight that almost didn't happen. You know, this is something that they always talk about. Spence having a tragic car crash that almost could have been fatal. You know what I'm saying? Going 150 in his Ferrari crash. You know what I'm saying? And by the grace of God, he didn't have no broken bones and all of that stuff. You know, he came out. We thought Spence wouldn't, well, not we, but a lot of people thought Spence would never be able to fight again, man. When we seen the video of the crash, you know, it was crazy. You know, it looked real deadly. And honestly, man, at the time, I didn't think we would ever be here. You know what I'm saying? I was just happy for him to be alive. You know what I'm saying? And Crawford, on the other hand, another reason we almost wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? It's just the facts about them. Some of you may know Crawford, you know, years ago, he was shot in the head. And that's amazing for him to be able to still be fighting and, you know, not have sustained a crazy injury, something that, you know, could have took him out or ended his fight career. And for this to be here, man, it's truly a blessing for them, for us, for the fans, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, man, I can't, me personally, I can't not be a fan of neither one because they'd have been through so much and overcame so much, and they just true champions. You know what I'm saying? Pride definitely played a part in this fight almost not happening. And, you know, it was a little bad business along the way in the negotiations and things, but hey, it don't matter because it's here. It's here. You feel me? Um, you know, it's a lot of things that separate these two fighters. Both southpaw, one a switch hitter in Crawford. He's actually naturally right-handed, but he's ambidextrous. However you say it, I might have messed the word up. You know what I'm saying? And he was right-handed, and I guess he learned how to fight with his left hand. So he liked to switch, man, and it throws a lot of opponents off. You got some people who feel like Crawford is not that good when he in a southpaw stance, and he does that. He switches when, I mean, the orthodox stance, and then he switched just to throw you off. You got some even think he not that good in the southpaw stance, but man, I done seen him get stoppages in both. So how can you complain? You know what I'm saying? It's so much that make this fight a 50-50 fight. This honestly might be one of the most 50-50 fights I ever seen. It's only been a few in this last series too. I personally feel like it's I don't know how you just can be so clear on the winner for this one. When I break down these attributes, they might level out. You know what I'm saying? There might not even be a edge in advantages. Not only is this a 50-50 fight, it's a historical fight. Two of the best welterweights to ever do it. And I think it'll show on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? This is a fight, that's gonna be talked about for ages. And I'll be honest, I think this is gonna be the type of fight that requires a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not a trilogy, but definitely a rematch. And yeah, this is something that I'm gonna show my kids. I'm pretty sure. Yesterday we had the press conference. It was eventful to say the least, man. It was a lot of shit talking, a lot of promises, a lot of I could tell. A lot of fans think that Crawford is drained. Some think that Spence is drained, but mostly I've seen people saying Crawford is drained. I personally think, that's just normal for them right now to be grumpy. They making weight, they hungry. You know what I'm saying? So they on edge, man, and they got a chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they drain. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see on fight night, but I definitely don't think they drain. I think they just feeling the weight cut, and it's very visible. The face off, it was tense. You know what I'm saying? You had Bud, he ain't want to break a stare. Errol, he turned away first. I feel like people will be a little dramatic when it comes to face offs. A lot of people saying Errol turned away first. He scared. Man, Oogis did the same thing. Oogis stared at Spence longer. You had Spence tweet like, "Man, I ain't trying to be staring in these niggas' face. I feel it. Like, that don't mean something to everybody. But it was definitely a tense face off. You could feel the tension in there. You could tell they mad, real mad, and they hungry. And I mean that hungry in both ways. You know what I'm saying? You had the trainers going at it. We throughout the build up, we never really see Derek James talking shit or mad. You know what I'm saying? He really cool, calm, mellow dude. You know what I'm saying? A few All Access episodes ago, he had a quick little exchange with Crawford, and he had another one today, man, with Bomac. And Derek today, man, he was acting like I've never seen him act before. He was giving Bomac some fat jokes, saying he Cheetos, he sneaking Cheetos and shit. And you had Bomac saying Derek James don't know what it take. Like he ain't been undisputed before. I think he might have forgot. I don't know. But you had them going back and forth. It got real chippy between the two. I think it sparked off because Bo Max said you can't hide now. They're like, hiding? He ain't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? It got real good, man. Then you had Crawford, Spence going at it. You know what I'm saying? One saying it's a man down. One saying it's a fish fry. One saying they about to be having a crawfish boil. And you know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's the same. Same thing. Same thing every time they talk. But, man, they was real mad today. They ain't been this mad at each other until today. Well, in front of each other. And, you know, then you had Crawford going at it with, you know, who we thought was Errol's family. I guess, I don't know if he was a fan or maybe somebody Errol know. But, you know, you had Crawford popping it with somebody in the audience. People saying he got emotional. But listen, man, he mad. And it's only so much disrespect you gonna take. You ain't about to be letting no fan call you a bitch. You ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it got real tense in there, you know. And I like it, man. I like it. Whether they did that or not, I was gonna love it. But to see them start to really dislike each other throughout this build up, it lets you know, man, they come in a fight. They come in a fight, man. You know, I've been thinking it was gonna be a decision, a very high level matchup in a firefight that ended in a decision. But honestly, man, this might end in a knockout. This might end in a knockout. You know, and once again, I don't know how people are so clear on who gonna win, because it's such a fight. I could see it going so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Not until recently, I couldn't even picture Bud stopping him. But like low-key, you could picture that a little bit too. I do want to talk about the advantages. Who does what better? Happen? Who can exploit this? You know, but before I do that, I do want to say this. Make no mistake, man. Errol Spence, he's been saying Crawford, you know, he ain't fighting nobody. His resume weak. But listen, man. It's nobody on Spence's record that Crawford wouldn't have stopped. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's nobody he wouldn't have stopped on his record. So y'all can miss me with that. Low opposition. He was undisputed. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if Ndongo wasn't all that. He beat Postal and Root. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, he beat who was in front of him. Errol, if Errol was at 140, he would have did the same thing. He would have went through those guys and got those belts. So it's a little unfair to act as if his undisputed accomplishment is like, you know what I'm saying, not big, especially when Crawford brought undisputed back. Let's talk about that. In the 4-belt era, it was only like 3, maybe 2 undisputed champions. I know it was Jermaine Taylor. You had Bernard Hopkins, the first in the 4-belt era. You know, he was undisputed in 2004. Jermaine Taylor, you know what I'm saying, he got him from Hopkins in 2005. You know, and it was a long drought before somebody was undisputed, a male again. Crawford brought it back in 2017, man, at 140, becoming undisputed. And then follow, you know, you had Usyk 2018, Josh Taylor 2021, Canelo 2021, Charlo 22, Haney in 22, Inoue in 22. So, you know, to act as if Bud hasn't really done much in his career, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They say he ain't fought nobody. Like he said, he just make him look like nobody. But what I will say is, Errol Spence has done the heavy lifting at 147. And that should be clear to everybody. You know, everybody, Errol Spence, everybody, every belt he has, he took from someone. You know, there was no vacant titles. You know what I'm saying? Just took Ugas off him. Took Danny's. Took Porter's. Not Porter, sorry. Brooks. He was even trying to take Keith Thurman 2 titles, man. But Keith Thurman, you know, Keith Thurman was getting injured. Keith Thurman was fronting his move. And that fight never materialized, man. And you know, Thurman lost him to Pacquiao. Pacquiao ended up losing to Thurman lost. One got, I believe, stripped, or he gave one up, and one got lost with Pacquiao. Ugas ended up getting that one from Pacquiao. Errol ended up getting it. You know what I'm saying? So, Errol just been doing the work at 47, and he been waiting on that last strap. So, we gonna see, man, if it was worth the wait for him, or if you know what I'm saying, it wasn't. You know, but it's so much riding on this fight for the two. You got Terrence Crawford. He got the opportunity to make history, become the first undisputed male that won undisputed in 2 weight classes, or twice. It don't have to be in 2 weight classes, but to win undisputed twice would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he might be the first to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple other fighters who might end up doing it, but if they do it, at least he could say, if you do it, he could say he was first. But yeah, man, it's so much between the two that I feel like, okay, he got this. You know, Errol Spence is a great volume puncher. You know, he throw a lot of power shots, a consistent jab. You know what I'm saying? Just strong. Everything's strong too. Sometimes he'll touch you up, then hit you with a big shot. But pretty much, mostly everything is power shots, ripping shots to the body. You know, one of the best body punchers in the game. You know, Crawford, on the other hand, probably the best at adjusting in the game. You know, he just make great adjustments. Errol Spence has one of the best chins in boxing. Show how durable he is with a lot of punchers. And he hardly really been hurt in his career. He done been hit with some crazy shots. Got hit with big shots from Ugas, from Porter, Brook. Danny. He done got hit with some big shots, and he weathered the storm. Whether we know he was hurt or not, he didn't show it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never seen his legs buckle and things like that. You know, so yeah, I think Errol definitely got the better chin. However, a lot of people say Crawford got a weak chin. You know what I'm saying? We seen Tank Davis say, you know, Crawford got a glass jaw. But listen, man, you can say all day somebody got a glass jaw. If they took the shot, didn't go down, they take shots, never been dropped or stopped, and they take big shots. It's hard for me to just say somebody chinny without them being stopped, dropped, and, you know, down for the count. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to bring up Gamboa without the context. You know, Gamboa wobbled Crawford, but at the time Gamboa was a world champion. I believe he might have been unified. I can't remember. Undefeated. Gamboa was the man back then. You know, they was 2 undefeated fighters, and Gamboa was cooking people. You know, he was an Olympian, and he hadn't lost yet. So people like to bring up Gamboa because he done became pretty much a gatekeeper. But when Crawford fought him, he was a very good fighter. You know what I'm saying? In that fight, Gamboa rocked him. What'd he do? He stopped him right after that. You know what I'm saying? In the Mean Machine fight, you had Mean Machine clipped Crawford with a good shot. You could tell Crawford was hurt, and a lot of people feel like Crawford was knocked down. What I want to say to that is, that was a great call by the ref, not calling a knockdown. You had Mean Machine clubbing his head on his side, and he was clubbing his arm with his left, and he kind of wrestled Crawford down to his knee, and it was a good call by the ref. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all would have got that wrong, clearly, because people to this day be mentioning me. Crawford got dropped though. No, he didn't. So I would say Spence got a great chin and Crawford got a decent to good chin. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's chinny. We gonna see Saturday night though. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, man. Breaking bones. He done broke multiple people orbital bones. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook. I forgot who else. Ugas. Ugas was in the hospital after that fight looking crazy. Errol, he went over to the UK. Broke Kell Brook eye socket. You know, Kell Brook had just got his other eye socket broke by Triple G. Went over, took his strap. You know what I'm saying? That's how Errol became world champion. But he get these fighters out of there. But Spence is breaking these guys. Like, he's beating them down. Crawford breaks guys down, but he finished them. You know what I'm saying? Fighters never the same when they fight both. But after they fight both, but it seems like Spence just put a more brutal beating on you. Meanwhile, Crawford is just stopping you, getting you out the way. As far as coaching, you know what I'm saying? The advantage definitely, in my opinion, goes to Errol Spence. He has Derrick James. Derrick James is the trainer of Jermell Charlo, now Ryan Garcia, now Anthony Joshua, Frank Martin. He's been training Spence for a long time. Last year's Fighter of the Year. You know, he's not just a trainer, he's a great teacher. A former boxer himself. And don't get me wrong, Bomac is a good trainer. You know, Derek mentioned today that Bomac got help. You know, Bomac got like 2-3 other trainers helping him. And there might be some truth to that. You know, but I really pay attention when Derrick James talk. He's really a great teacher. Just an all around just student of the game. You could tell Derrick is learning still to this day. You know what I'm saying? Some trainers, you know, they don't even still educate themselves. They think they just know everything, and they don't need to improve nothing. They just feel like, you know. But I love those trainers who continue to keep learning. You know what I'm saying? Learning different styles, learning different things. You know, I feel like you can never know enough. I mean, never know too much. You know, or know everything. As far as, man, counter punching, you know, I think Crawford is the better counter puncher. We've seen Crawford stopping guys off counter shots more since he came to the welterweight division. You know, we've seen Crawford deal with size. A lot of people think the size is gonna affect Errol Spence the size of Errol Spence will affect Crawford too much. You know, I think not to say these guys are Errol Spence, but I definitely know that Crawford done dealt with some size before, dealt with some big awkward fighters since he came to welterweight. You know, his first fight at welterweight was Jeff Horn. You know, if you remember, Jeff Horn won a alleged robbery against Pacquiao. I definitely thought it was a robbery, but he was roughing Pacquiao up. You know, Jeff Horn was a big dude, big welterweight, and I was like, what's the size gonna look like when he fight him? Is he gonna rough Crawford up a lot? When he fought him, Crawford was, he was adjusting to the size. It probably took him maybe 4 rounds, 5 rounds to adjust to Jeff Horn's size and just awkwardness. He was holding a lot. He was getting physical, putting his body on Crawford. And once Crawford adjusted to that size, it was easy. It was easy after that. Another big welterweight. Crawford fought Jose Benavidez. I think Jose Benavidez like 5'11", 6 feet. Them Benavidez boys tall. And a lot of people give Crawford shit because Jose Benavidez got shot in the leg, so his leg was he was dragging his leg. Listen, man, I don't care if he had 3 legs. Crawford was gonna beat him. You alright? Honestly, the leg might have helped him last a little longer, if we being honest. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford ended up stopping him. He was getting used to the size throughout the fight. He ended up stopping him. Kell Brook was another big welterweight. Crawford fought. A lot of people say he was damaged by the time Crawford got to him. Spence broke his eye. Kell Brook broke his eye. Then Crawford rocked him quicker than anybody. And Crawford don't get no credit for that win because they say Kell Brook was shot. How I look at it, man, Kell Brook had went up to 54. He had got 3 wins. I think he beat a guy named Mark DeLuca or Max DeLuca. I thought that was a good win. Beat Sergey Rabchenko. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook had got some good wins after losing to them. And then he went back down to 147. Bud stopped him. They say Brook was drained. You know what I'm saying? Whether he was drained or not, Bud did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? It's always like excuses when it comes to the guys Bud beat. Bud done fought Olympians. Spence done fought Olympians. I think the Olympic pedigree and your experience matters, man. Because they didn't really seen a lot of styles. Errol been avoided by a lot of people. A lot of people. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't saying Errol's name until he became the man, until he started getting the straps. Keith Thurman, he tried to change the record like he wanted to fight Spence after he got his titles. And it was a lot of people that wasn't trying to say Errol's name. I ain't gonna say their name. That ain't important. It was a lot of people that it was also a lot of people that avoided Crawford. And Errol had got him. Some of them Errol didn't get either. Allegedly Keith Thurman priced himself out with Crawford. Danny Garcia, allegedly turned it down. Pacquiao, they was trying to give Bud the Pacquiao fight for years. Well, Bud wanted to fight, but I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So both know what it feels like to be avoided. And we gonna see, man. Crawford got a KO streak. Spence been breaking everybody down, whether he stop him or not. He been breaking them down. Spence got wins over Mikey Garcia, Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Lamont Peterson. Crawford got the Kell Brook win. They don't really like that. He got the Porter win. They say Porter was on his way out. Listen, man, Porter, before that fight, Porter was saying he felt good. They was saying it was a good camp. Then after the fight, Kenny stopped the fight, and now he was on his way out. He was ready to retire. Listen, man, he gave it his best. He got cooked. That's all it was to it. You know what I'm saying? Porter, whatever he was doing in camp, I heard him personally say he worked smarter, not harder for that camp. And he was trying to fight Crawford in a different way, I guess. I don't know. But whose fault is that? It's not Crawford's fault. You know, Spence, you know, he get flack for the Mikey Garcia win. Mikey Garcia had just fought at 140. He was a 135 pounder, naturally, for real. And he called to fight Errol Spence. You know, Errol Spence didn't say his name. Spence looked at it like easy money. All right, bet, let's get it. You know, Spence went on, cooked him at the Dallas in Dallas. It was a big turnout, and yeah, man, it was like, you know, they get a lot of criticism on both sides. Mostly Crawford. I think Crawford just got a lot of haters. I don't know what. I don't know if it was the Black Prime move he made to fight Avanesian. I don't know. But Bud get a lot of hate, man. I don't know, but as far as me, I love these guys, man. Crawford is my favorite fighter. Spence is the fighter I respect the most in boxing. So I can't, me personally, I can't pick a winner. And I don't want to pick a winner, but I can anyway because it's so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying? So it's just so much with the two. You know, Spence say Bud is done. Bud said, I'm gonna treat you like one of my kids. I'm gonna spank you. You know? And we gonna see, man. I do wanna go to some more advantages between the two. You know, and I want y'all to let me know what y'all think. Because I definitely think when it comes to advantages, the speed goes to Crawford. You know, timing, I'll probably get at a tie. You know, they both got great timing. You know, Crawford being a great counterpuncher. Spence having a great come forward style. Great timing with that. Power. It could be somewhat of a tie. And I'm going to say it like this. When it comes to volume, like I said, Spence breaks people. Spence breaks these fighters. You know, breaks down everybody he fight. Bud, on the other hand, I think he has more one-punch power. You know what I'm saying? He's stopping more guys with one shot. Footwork, Terrence Crawford. IQ, I would say a tie because eye test, it may look like Crawford got the better skills to a lot of people. You know, a lot of people think Errol Spence get hit a lot. And I just want y'all to know that boy be having them hands up. He be catching a lot on the guard. Spence got great defense, you know. So defense, I say that's a tie. You know, IQ, I say is a tie because Spence was an Olympian, man. He seen a lot of styles, seen a lot of different styles, you know. But Crawford, is just, it's hard to say anybody has a better IQ than Crawford. Crawford definitely got more versatility though. I feel like he could fight different styles. Spence, you know, his style is pretty much the same every fight. You know what I'm saying? He coming to get you, coming to break you. Pressure, Spence. Spence got that pressure, man. That bust pipes. Ability to adjust, Crawford. Durability, Spence. I haven't really seen Crawford tired. I've seen him a little tired. But I've hardly ever seen Spence tired. Even when he was bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? He had his time where he was bullshitting, drinking. He was having a hard time making weight because he was dropping so much weight in an unhealthy way against guys like Mikey and Porter. You know, I think he was dropping a lot of weight fast. And he still wasn't getting tired in those fights like that. You know, chin, like I had said, Spence before. Size, Spence. I mean, Spence 5'9", but Spence, you know, I done seen Spence look like he was 190. I done seen him walking around looking 190. Crawford, I remember he posted before, a long time ago, he was 177 on the scales. Grit. Now that one, it's a tie for now. We gonna see. On the outside looking in, some people think Spence got more grit. But ain't nobody really made Crawford dig deep. Maybe you could say Porter. Maybe. Maybe Gamboa. Maybe. But ain't nobody really made him dig deep. Brook made Spence dig deep when he went over there to the UK. And coaching, once again, Derrick James, I feel like, is the better coach. So that's the advantage for Spence. And yeah, man, you let me know what y'all think about the advantages. But I definitely think this shit's so 50-50. You know, like I said, Crawford might be my favorite fighter, but I don't bet against Spence. I don't never want Spence to lose. But hey, man, one gotta lose. And what I say is, may the best man win. This is gonna be, man, this is gonna be a fight for the ages. Man, I just can't wait, bro. Like, honestly, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm gonna watch the weigh-in, and then I'm gonna go to sleep again. I ain't trying to eat. I ain't trying to do nothing. I ain't trying to leave my house. I just want to go to sleep, watch the weigh-in, go to sleep, then watch the fight. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love for these guys, man. On the undercard, by the way, you have Pitbull, Cruz, and Donaire. Undercard is kind of what I don't care about, but I am a Pitbull fan. I do like Donaire, so I had to mention that. What y'all think, man? Who y'all got? I can honestly see Spence getting to Crawford late, maybe stopping him. I could see Crawford outboxing Spence. I could see Spence winning the fight boxing. I could see Spence up in the fight boxing with using his jab and Crawford catching with a good shot. Because what y'all not mentioning is and I did a poll on this. Errol's not the guy he was before the accident. He's still, I believe, 90% of that. But what if that 10%? What if that maybe 8%? Maybe let's say 92%. What if that 8% is enough for Crawford to stop him? What if he got a little frame damage from that accident? You know, Danny is a great puncher, don't get me wrong. But Danny hadn't stopped anyone not really since 140. You know, Porter wasn't a big puncher. Brook, he was a big puncher. He made Spence feel a little something. You know, Ugas wasn't a big puncher. Ugas strong physically, but he's not a big puncher. So you got Crawford being the biggest puncher Spence ever faced. You got Spence being the biggest puncher Crawford ever faced. And it's interesting, man. It's real interesting. You know, I think the things that's bound to happen, the least bound to happen, is it being one-sided. I can't really see Crawford just whooping on him and that be it. Crawford beating him in 2 rounds. Spence beating him in 2 rounds. Or Spence just having a decision and it's 120-108, 12 rounds, 9 rounds to 3. I just can't see that. You know, I think this is going to be a fight where they both got to dig deep. You know what I'm saying? I think this is one of those fights where it's going to be some shaky moments. Both might get dropped. One might get dropped. It's going to require a rematch, I'm telling you. And we going to see, man. Y'all got the boy from Omaha, Terrence Bud Crawford, or y'all got the boy from Dallas, DeSoto, Texas, Errol, the True Spence Jr. Let me know, man. I'm saying the fans win. Whatever happened, the fans win. You know, I can't make a pick, so I'm not going to force myself. Because every day I feel something different. You know, I ain't going to lie to y'all. I done lost my damn mind. How did I forget to give y'all the keys to victory? Man, let me try to run through it for y'all, man. Keys to victory. You know, for both guys to win. You know, for Spence, man, he got to be himself. You know, I seen somebody say, might have been Spence. He said all he got to do is be him. Crawford said the same thing too, but I believe Spence is more. He got to be himself to win this fight. Get inside. A lot of body work. Relentless pressure. Make sure you durable. Make sure you in shape. Have that work rate up. Use that strong, stiff jab you got, Spence. For Crawford. I want him to show his boxing ability more. Use the ring. Use his feet. If he gonna switch, make sure it's at the right time. Don't just be doing nothing in there. Spence ain't the one to be trying stuff out with. For Bud, I think Bud need to start fast. A lot of people say he's a slow starter. He don't feel like he's a slow starter. But I think he's a little bit of a slow starter. But, hey, with his career and the way it's been going, I understand why he starts how he starts. I think Crawford need to make Spence back up. I think the more Spence coming forward, the harder the fight is. If he can make Spence back up, if he could land some nice uppercuts when Spence do get inside, that'll be great for Crawford. For Spence, I would say don't give up too much ground. You know what I'm saying? I think I already said a efficient, effective jab. Crawford need to use angles. I think Crawford is better at using angles, and just pivoting and things like that. For Errol, make sure you keep them hands up, cause Crawford be getting tricky with them counters. You know what I'm saying? He lightning fast. So Errol defense gotta be tight. None of that shit you pull with Ugas. You know what I'm saying? Thinking your teeth got knocked out, which Errol said, and letting him catch you. Make sure you on point. With Crawford, you need to be on point the entire fight. That's pretty much the main things. But I definitely think Crawford using the ring, it won't be as an exciting fight, but that'll work for him more. Boxing, that'll work for him more. Spence, he could run into something, but pressure Spence is the best Spence. You know what I'm saying? That's the best Spence. I didn't like him. I liked him in a Mikey fight. He was boxing well. I liked him. My least favorite Spence fight was the Porter fight. Felt like he was fighting his fight to both of them, especially you, Crawford. Don't get caught up in Errol Spence's fight, in that fire exchange, because that's when I think Bud can get clipped. When Bud is banging, that's when he the most vulnerable. You can kind of catch him in between something. You might get caught with some shit, but you can catch Bud in between shots. So I definitely say for Spence to make sure he countering and he on point. Cause Crawford, he be his defense a little flawed at times when he get too confident. So for Crawford, I would definitely say don't you get too confident and let Errol catch you slipping. Errol, same thing to you. Don't be giving away no shots. Either one of them can afford for a big puncher like these guys to be giving away shots. It's gonna be them one of them ones, but Spence could definitely just be himself more so. I would say Crawford has to be the one that's gonna have to adjust. That being said, man, I'm crazy. I don't know how I left this part out. I'm saying I want y'all to enjoy this fight, man, cause I'm gonna definitely enjoy it myself. That's my keys to victory. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of freestyled it. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely some stuff I missed. But hey, whatever I missed, we gonna talk about it on Monday. The thing I said was I could see Spence stopping him. I could see Crawford getting a decision. I could see Spence getting a decision, outworking him. But recently, I had added the Crawford could stop him too. Crawford on the streak. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see, man. I really, really appreciate this fight. I really appreciate them for making this happen. This might be the best fight because I've been a hardcore boxing fan for probably 10 years now. Been a casual probably since De La Hoya, Floyd. That was 06, 07. And since I've been watching, I was excited for Mayweather Pacquiao. But, that's not a fight we rewatch. You know what I'm saying? Triple G Canelo was a great fight. But I'm not rewatching that fight like that. We haven't had that many fights. Fury Wilder was a great fight. That was a great fight. But it hasn't been that many fights that's like this. In years. This Hagler Hearns, this Hearns Leonard. You know what I'm saying? This is that. So I want to say to y'all, for y'all that's picking sides with Team Spence, y'all Team Crawford, y'all need to appreciate both of these guys, man, because we almost didn't get this fight. These are two throwback fighters, two legendary fighters, and y'all should appreciate this, man. Shout out to me. Go follow Thrill Boxing on Instagram, Thrill Boxing on Twitter, my TikTok Thrill Boxing. I want y'all to shop untouchablelifestyle.com. Y'all thought I just do this? Oh, you crazy. Look, man, I got a brand. It's fire. I want y'all to go check that out. I'm going to have some vlogs, some interviews soon. I wish I could have interviewed these dudes. But I'm going to get to that point where y'all ain't just going to see me at the crib. Y'all going to see me at the fights, talking to the fighters. Maybe not the fights. Y'all going to see me doing in-depth interviews, a sit-down. I ain't really trying to run down on them with the camera. I ain't really trying to do that. I did it. I was at Charlo Castano weigh-in. I ain't really trying to do that. You feel me? But I would have did it for this, for sure. Wish I could have been at this fight, man. I really do. I wish I could have been at this fight. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have just blew about 20 bands on tickets. But we ain't doing that. I'm gonna wait my turn. I wish we could have fought on the undercard. Honorable mention. Shout out to my homie, my main man, Winfrey Harris Jr. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we could be on the undercard of the rematch or something. You feel me? Listen, man. I can't wait for this fight. Listen, man. This is Thrill Boxing Magazine. Y'all go follow my pages. Turn me up. I'm going to come back and review the fight. I'm going to talk about the fight. And if it's one-sided, that's about the only thing I'm definitely going to be wrong about. Because I don't think it's going to be one-sided. I'm thinking war. If it's a lackluster fight, I'm going to be real mad. I'm going to talk about that. They going to have to fight me. If it's a lackluster fight, I'm going to come back. Me and Spence going to have to get down. Me and Crawford going to have to get down. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't want that. I was just kidding. But yeah, man. It's Thrill Boxing Magazine. I'm so excited. I'm sleepy, but I'm excited. I ain't gonna hold you. It's going down. July 29th. We a day away. Tune in to the weigh-in. This video should drop before the weigh-in. Hey, man. I'm about it. Y'all, matter of fact, get up out of here, bro. Get up out of here.